Greetings, this is Miss Jackson. Here's the page 93 extra practice. When we're looking at this page, we are really working with this unknown box, or this box that represents the unknown. And you can see that here. We've kind of already talked about the unknown box without maybe coming out and saying this is the unknown box in class. So it's not an unfamiliar sight to the students, but we'll go into it a little bit deeper in this lesson just to make sure everybody feels good about the unknown box. Now at the top it says complete the pattern. We're looking at these circles. They have a number in it. We need to figure out what goes in the missing spaces. We have 30, something, something 60, something, something 90, something else. Well, we can try counting by tens. That's a good place to start. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And that worked out for us just fine. B, find the value of the unknown. And I'm going to look at several of these because when I looked at this page, I felt like it looks really busy. And sometimes that can be a little bit overwhelming. And so let's work through some of these problems together. Right here, this first little problem says 10 times 2 equals something. This box, again, is the unknown box. We don't know what that value is yet. Now we can work it out, and we know that 10 times 2 equals 20. And that's what they've put right there. Let's look down at this one. Something equals 5 times 10. All they've done here is move the product or the answer to the front of the equation. You're going to work it the same way though. 5 times 10 is 50. So this little box right here would have a value of 50. 50 equals 5 times 10. Let's see, are there any others that we need to look at? No, I think you guys can probably work through the rest of them. If you have a question, let me know. Now we're on part 2. Find the value of the unknown. Again, that is the empty box. And now we have division and multiplication problems. So let's look at this top one. 8 divided by 2 equals something. Let's get a quick reminder of what division is. Division is when we're going to equally share a total amount, which is that first number, divided by maybe a number of groups. We're trying to figure out the size of each group. How many are in each group? So if I have 2 groups and I have a total of 8 things, and I divide them out like that, I can look and see that there are 4 things in each group. That is what the unknown equals here. One other thing we want to review is, what do we call the answer in a division problem? It's a word we talked about several weeks ago. It is the quotient. Another way to find the answer for this problem, if you don't want to draw the boxes and physically divide them out, because sometimes you're going to have a problem that's much bigger than 8 divided by 2, and you're not going to want to draw possibly hundreds of dots. Another way to solve this is to do the multiplication flip. Flip this into a multiplication problem. Something times 2 equals 8. Well, we know that we need 4 2's to equal 8, or 2 4's equals 8. Because division and multiplication are inverse operations, they're opposites, we can use multiplication to solve our division problems. That again is why it's so important to know our multiplication facts, because when we know those, we can use them to solve not just our multiplication problems, but also our division problems. Okay, let's look at maybe a couple more of these. This second problem says 3 times something equals 12. If I don't know that fact already, I could skip count by 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12. It took me a total of 4 3's. So 3 times 4 equals 12. The rest of these should be pretty straightforward. Let's look at this one right here, though, really quickly. This is one where I'm turning this into multiplication will help a lot here, too. So let's take this problem really quickly and flip it backwards. 5 times 7 equals something. That's how you turn that one into multiplication. Remember, the first number in a division problem is going to be your biggest number. It is the total number of objects that are being divided out. So that first number should always be bigger than the other two numbers. In this case, 5 times 7 is going to be 35. That's what would go here at the front. Okay, just at the bottom, because it's another division problem, we can flip that into multiplication also. 4 times something equals 32. And if you don't know that fact yet, you can count by fours. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and see how many fours did it take you to get to 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our answer here would be 8. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out. Really, the purpose of this is to get kids comfortable with seeing that unknown box that represents the part of the problem that we don't know yet, that we're going to end up solving for, most likely. Thank you.